Okay, you should be able to hear me now. What was that? Not default. So. Okay, let's start again. Hello and welcome to the iRacing Grand Prix tour, the 12th run of it at the Hungarian Grand Prix, basically, in Budapest. Now, there is nothing much to say here today, except this is going to be tactically interesting. Because yesterday I did a bit of, well, in the practices I've run, I did a bit of running and looked at the tire wear. And we are looking at a tight one stop. And I mean it. It is possible, but A, only with the medium and hard compounds, and B, the pit window is very small. That opens the door up for two stops. Now, in the Ring, it's not that easy to overtake, so you might want to go with the one stop just because of track position. But I'm going to be a little crazy today, and I'm going for a two stop and see how that goes. And I'm going to use the extremist version of it. That is medium soft soft. 30 laps on the mediums and 20 laps each on the soft. It is more or less doable, but just as tight. Of course, if you want to feel safer, you can go with two mediums and one soft. That is the alternative. I am not sure that a two-stop is more viable here, because there are just enough reasons for only doing a one stop. But you need to conserve your tires by a lot to make absolutely sure with a decently sized pit window that you can make it. So, and that's why I like it. It is not clear what strategy is the best. That's why I like it. So some of us will go with a bit more aggressive, and so aggressive, conservative. I'm expecting a bit of a mixture of strategy today. And will that be the deciding factor in the race? As per usual, no, due to the fact our skill levels are quite a bit different, but still, tactically, it's going to be very, very interesting. Let's see how it goes. I decided to skip quali for the simple reason I don't trust my competitors. I prefer the safety of the back. And if the viewer is currently here who has recommended me a new video card, it is not installed yet. I did not have the time for it. I hope I can get it done this evening, but it's just as likely that for tomorrow morning I will still use my old video card for the simple reason never change a running system, and there's not much time to fix a problem if I encounter a problem. There shouldn't be any problems, because it's not the first time that I've assembled my computer. The computer, the rig I'm currently running on, it's self-built, but still I will minimize the risk of something going wrong, which is why I'm still using my 1060. The 360 will 1060. The 3060 will then be built in. But I'm not thankless to the 1060. It served me well in the past, let's say, 4 years. But it is time for an upgrade. For those who have been following, my FPS levels were not in a great spot, and I already reduced it with several settings, and it's still not great. I didn't feel fine in Iowa. There was that race in Lime Rock in which with just 20 cars and not high settings, it was still at so terrible FPS. The upgrade is so necessary. Now, I do not understand why, as the quality does not seem different, but the newer tracks tend to be a bit more resource intensive, just as the new cars. I do not 100% understand why, as the style does not seem to be that should not be resource intensive, but apparently they are. Now, anyway, as you can see, we have Emily Van Kemp in pole position, with David Valero in second and Jordan Berube in third.
One minute 58 left. Okay.
Now,
let's go. This
is
the race.
Again, I will
Gridding time is 2 minutes.
With medium tires.
As it stands now, we need to finish P12 to gain I rating.
Understood.
This session is 70 laps. 22 racers gridding. Get after them out there.
Yeah. I'm going to start with medium and going with 2 softs. It's crazy. It's crazy enough that it could cost me the race. Because I do anticipate the one-stop strategy still to be the better one. But tire wear is so tight that I kind of want to try out the more aggressive approach of going for a 2-stop.
59 seconds remaining.
And now I need the balanced mode. And I need to say now, sorry for Stefan Rossmann for tomorrow, because I did plan to drive on my birthday tomorrow, but some things in the plans have changed, because I do want to do something with my sister. I anticipated her to not be available. 30 seconds remaining. But she is now available, and I do see the family a bit higher, and we want to go to the new Marvel movie, Thor: Love and Thunder. So the
13 seconds
most
left
appropriate
now.
Time slot is the evening.
9.
Even though I don't expect Buda Hungarian Grand Prix qualifying to
5.
actually go ahead tomorrow, simply because just look at the weather forecast.
About to move.
It's terrible. Oh, wait a minute.
Green light.
I don't mind the... Did I want to check the pedals yesterday? Yeah. I always want to be careful. The perfect start would have got me into trouble.
Improving. P18 currently.
Well, I didn't want to get an off track so soon, but oh well. Andrew, come on!
Yellow flag.
The only thing I can say is, and that's why you are not aggressive at the start. Because of that nonsense happening.
Good stuff. Position 16 now. Incident.
That's 2 more positions. Because of people not being patient.
Last 1 minute 35. 4.
Again.
Great. Position 14 currently. Next position may lose us about 8 points. Estimated rating will be 1,750.
What a...
Pushed back to 15 in class.
No, I'm going to let him by.
Course cut. Slow down.
That was my fault, but the blue car.
Your class position 16 now. Next position may lose you about
My question
26
is,
rating
did he
points.
ever go to driving
Estimated
school?
rating will be 1,732. You have 1 back on track. 0 behind. There's 3 repairs are required.
Now that's okay. What on earth? Can't I trust anyone to drive properly? 10 incident points. Wow.
The car in front heads to pits after 3 laps.
Well, unlike last time, I will not going to end the stream now. It's a bit ridiculous. But, well, my race is done because for those who are uninitiated, my wheel popped off here. And sadly, in open wheel racing, that's game over. Don't even try to go back into the pits. Just tow and be done with it. You won't be able to repair the car. I am a bit like this because of this nonsense. It doesn't, because we need to be careful. We just need to be careful, and I was really...
Damage is too severe. Game over.
I knew that my game... thanks, DRE, but for me that was already quite obvious. That's right. Now... because the blue... Now... For me it's... Now, I gotta... race... something. I don't know what I'm going to do now. Because I wanted to have a nice Grand Prix race. Considering tomorrow is for me cancelled, I only had that one opportunity to get a good, decent race in. And idiots do not... I'm not going to apologize for those words. I have grabs with the blue car because for me he came out of nowhere. That's not... People need to stop thinking Senna was the greatest driver of all time. That's one hell of nonsense. Rule number one, Alain Prost was way better. Just look at the statistics, the way he drives. Anyone with a neutral view can see that Prost was way better. Anyway, let's see here. What can I do to pass the time instead? Now there's the two modifieds that will take about 40 minutes. Sadly, I have to exclude this race as much as I want to race it. Let's see how the... Yeah. That was a one racer's race at 2015. There's a low chance that I can get a race there. You know what? The situation is looking bad. So let's just let me order it according to registration expires. When does it? 45. I'm only going to drive that once I have a age pattern. Okay, this is going to be last minute, but I am going to decide to drive this here. I'm sorry that I promised you a Grand Prix race, but with people seemingly incapable of driving to the race finish, that ain't happening. So, yeah, back to Hockenheim. Okay, time to start a few applications because I am barely prepared for this race. Well, okay, lesson next time. Start from the pit. I'm just getting ready here in the background, loading up a few sheets so I can work with getting the fuel consumption and such. This is just a last minute addition. This is not planned at all.
Green flag at Hockenheimring Baden-Württemberg. Strength of field is 2,474. Partly cloudy. 17.5 Celsius in air with 19.4 Celsius on track. Wind from south-southwest about 4.2 meters per second. For racing, 1 hour 15 minutes left.
I haven't driven this car in a long time, by the way.
Watch out in 7 seconds. 1 there. Incident cleared.
And before anyone is suggesting that I do it on Sunday, that's for me a different race entirely. I am doing it. That was my one shot. For me, I don't do fixed races at all. They don't help at all. And Sunday is already booked out for an IndyCar race at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway. From my perspective, the inferior
Number
road
3
course.
Ludovic
Yes,
Rancon is now leading.
I don't necessarily like that layout. It's been a few years since I've driven that layout, about 7 years. But I still don't like it. Whoops.
Beware in 5 seconds. 1 involved. Track has cleared.
As much as I would like to do a bit of setup development, I'm basically driving blind. I think it's better to take the iRacing setup and do the best. This race was not planned. I need to get some road IR. That's why I'm relying on these longer races. Everyone is saying you have to do the shorter races. For me, the math doesn't work out. I find the focused approach better.
Last lap 1 minute 29.9. Look out. Moving up. You're number 4 currently. Andrew Adair, your brake pedal might be hanging. It's 0%. Watch out in 6 seconds. 1 there. All cleared.
Whoa! I did a fiddle. Is there a bit more downforce available? Well, I'm sorry for my teammates that I'm not making this one available, but this entire race is so short notice. I need to build something with which I'm comfortable with in a few minutes. And then double check the fuel. The only thing I don't need to worry about is the tires. Due to the fact that we're not going to do any pit stops in this race. Okay, about 15 minutes left.
Your brake pedal might be hanging. Brake was 0%. Down in P5. You have one on the way. Be careful. Yellow has cleared. Incident. Eyes forward. We have one closing. None behind. Yellow in 7 seconds, one in front. Yellow cleared. Beware in 6 seconds, one involved. Watch out in 4 seconds, one there. Incident has cleared. Yellow ahead. Cleared away.
Good to know. Now, I'm not moaning about this. I just need to make a mental note that compared to the W12, I do have to lift in turn 1.
We're down to P6.
I don't care where we are. Not
Yellow
in
in
this
6
session.
seconds, one in front.
But that
All good now. Careful in 7 seconds, one slow. Incident cleared. Previous was a 1 minute 28 point. Beware in 7 seconds, one involved.
Is he still standing here?
All cleared.
I mean, I was not impressed by the driving standards in the previous Grand Prix to a race, but that one, that standing there on the track takes the cake.
Last lap 1 minute 26.8. You seem to be quicker than the car in front on track in the next sector. We're down in position 7 currently.
Someone has activated DRS. Oh, come on, you!
Yellow ahead in 7 seconds. 1 car.
What the? iRacing driving standards. iRacing driving standards, that's the only thing I can say.
One coming up. It's clear. Falling back to P8 currently. We're in 7 seconds. 1 involved. Track has cleared. You are vulnerable to the car behind on track in the next sector. Watch out.
Whoops! I'm sorry about that.
Note, number 17 behind you has a relative low safety rating of 2.7.
So that was my fault. I'm not going to... Well, I'm just going to check a little more. I'm not sure about the front wing.
Next race in 5 minutes. 22 registered for the race. There's one heading out. Local yellow in 7 seconds. Clear. Bruce was embarking. We're clear. Track cleared. Yellow.
So are you going to overtake or not? It's still a decent participation for one race. So I can't complain.
We've got Rosendo heading out. Andrew Adair, your brake pedal might be hanging. It's 0%. Clear.
This situation was quite awkward. So I am not going to be like the guy I'm blaming and shaming. And I will leave trading paints off. Sorry for not having their skins loaded, but I wasn't planning on it. I'm planning on driving here. But actually,
Beware in 4 seconds.
I'll drive a few more laps and then I'll do actually activate trading paints.
Cleared away. Watch out in 5 seconds. One there. Previous lap was a 1 minute 30.9. We're down in position 9 currently.
Position 9, huh?
We're down to P10 currently. Previous lap 1 minute 28 point incident. Careful in 7 seconds. 1 slow.
So,
track has cleared.
Let's give it a little bit of DRS action. See how that works out. Okay, thank you. Okay, time to park. And go.
11 in class.
And go racing. And hopefully I make it longer than just a few laps. Really, I didn't like that the race was very short. I did not like that at all. Okay, now. Okay, Okay, first of all, let's get here. And while loading, I'm just preparing a few. I'm actually building my Hockenheim workbook for this car, as I will need it to calculate the fuel. You know me, 1 kilogram to 1 kilogram is 0.5 kilogram too much. Okay, into this workbook. And now let's have a good look. Fuel consumption and calculate everything.
So Paul and Daniel?
Six. 46.939, and that was across 4 laps, an average fuel consumption of 2.107. So, how many laps? 26. Okay, I'm going with 2.11. Times 26 is 54.86.
Green flag at Hockenheimring Baden-Württemberg. SOF is 1580. Partly cloudy above. 17.7 Celsius in air, 18.9 Celsius around the track. Wind from south-southwest with about 6.1 meters per second. Air pressure changed 0 hectopascal since start to 1001 hectopascal. 15 driving. 29 seconds left.
Now,
this is the top split. Okay, Andrew Adair, it's time for the qualification. It's 2 laps and 8 minutes. 25 cars joined. I want to see everything you got.
so, what should I do? You know what? I'm going to still qualify me with my race setup in this one. I'm going to be crazy and start from the grid. For anyone who's just joining, and I presume no one is joining, sorry that I switched cars, right? My plan was that I would be in the middle of the race in the W12 reaching about lap 35, being on my second stint on the soft tires already. Sadly, as you might have expected, I crashed because some idiots thought they were
Green, green, green.
Senna was the greatest and tried to emulate him. And what they don't understand is that driving mentality is causing others to retire. The drivers need to finally learn that that kind of driving is not acceptable. As I'm driving to, some of us want to get I-rating, safety rating and such. For that, you need to finish those darn races. And points are awarded at the end of the race, not at the beginning. And most of the times, you are the ones who have to pay the prices of the idiocy out of some drivers. Of course, the ones who like to go back. And it's not like Magic the Gathering is just to follow the crowd. Because it can just as easily go wrong for you.
Your brake pedal might be hanging. It's 47.561%.
In my experience, that problem is not limited to a certain set of drivers. It goes across all nationalities. Even Germans can be quite thick. So, okay, I did get a lap together, not a competitive one, but a lap nonetheless. Okay, by the looks of things, that's only one split today. I don't remember there ever being more than 25 participants at every... Huh. What do you mean inactivity? I mean, I thought I saw a few names popping in here. I mean, I don't think there was a set of inactivity. And for this car, this track is quite long, so... I just hope this race goes better than the other one. 10 incident points with barely with 10 incident points with barely two laps completed in the other one. That's a massive safety rating loss again. I feel like I have to take avoiding action because of the idiocy of others. People need to learn that saying rubbing is racing is just as rubbish. That doesn't work. Rubbing is crashing, not racing.
Okay. 1 minute 57 remaining. As of now, we are looking for a P12 or higher to increase your I-rating.
Because
looking at 26 laps.
coming to think of it, Paul Newman,
25 joined.
even though it was one of the recordings for Cars 1 and Cars 3,
let's get the party started. Andrew Adair.
He did play Doc.
It's time for the race.
He
Grid time up
his
2
attitude,
minutes.
Being very to Lightning McQueen, being very close to one another, never touching. That is racing. And I kind of agree with that. Not the other is to not touch, and not just to barge someone off the track. Excuse, that's racing. No, that's not racing.
Good luck, everyone. Please be careful in
59 seconds left.
I intend to, and I also will save a little bit of...
Everybody's terrified of the first few laps.
It's actually terrified of the first corners.
So, I'm very tight on fuel, so I will be, in the first few laps, I will attempt to save a little bit. Let's say in the first 5 laps.
29 seconds left.
Because, according to my calculations, I should only have 0.16 liters left at the end. We are talking that tight.
15 seconds remaining.
So, I'm good up, even though
9.
it's very tight. It's probably a good idea
5.
to bump the delta up just a little.
Get ready to go.
I am not using launch control. I have my own launch control here.
Green flag.
Alright. Let's have the terrible start can keep... Yeah! Why am I not surprised that that would happen? People not thinking ahead. Just barging in. Being like, George! Oh, I should have lengthened.
15 currently. Next position will lose us 14 rating. Estimated rating will be 1,744.
I am not going to... No, I don't deserve to continue. I don't deserve... Now... What the... Oh dear. Now, that goes... Oh god, oh god, oh god, oh god. That was my mistake. I am not going to defend that one. I am going to accept that. That was my stupidity. No questions asked. Yes, I might have been a little surprised, but to be honest, that was my... I am not blaming this guy here for...
Holy shit, dude, why are you stopping middle of the road? Come on.
Oh, I'm just having a terrible day today. Because, to be honest, I'm going to keep my car parked. It's not fair for me to continue. It's not fair. Just thinking, because I can't redeem myself from this. I honestly cannot redeem myself from this. Yes, I was surprised. But the thing I can say is that was not my usual breaking point. That's the only thing I can say about this. But that doesn't excuse the fact that I'm just... Now, can I get a starting number? '18. Who is number 18?
Dude, come on.
Now, usually there's a disdain with these skins, but for today, I'd safely say it's the other way around. I'm just going to take one more cockpit view and then I will close this rubbish stream. I'm very disappointed in myself. I am absolutely disappointed in myself now. How many laps did I do? Oh. If you would excuse me, I am going to look at my qualifying lap because I really want to know when my breaking point was. Okay, that was about here. Where the curb starts. Now I'm going to compare it with that incident. Nope, there is no redeeming quality about this. I drove straight into the back of him. Is he still here? Because I absolutely miss my breaking point here. I absolutely miss my breaking point. Not redeemable. Absolutely not redeemable. I'm just going to write an apology message. Good driving. So I'm going to end it
Dude,
here.
can you watch out where you rejoin? Come on, how come? You fucking idiot.
Apologies for that. But I am having a wretched day and I'm going to close off here. No. It's not fair that I continue. It is absolutely not fair. I will... Anyone would go that I should drive, but no. Not in this case. I should stay parked. I nearly ruined his race. He can consider himself lucky that he's still in the race. But no, I'm not going to continue on like this. And how many laps am I down? Trying to figure out how much. No, I'm going to take the maximum penalty, so... That was a rubbish day today. I'm sorry about the poor performance from myself. Well, I'm appalled, but with other driving standards in the W12 race, that one goes on me. There is nothing I can salvage this from. I hope tomorrow morning goes better for the IMSA race. See ya.